Well, good morning. It's the 31st of July. I think it's a Thursday. Just about to leave hotel in Rawlins and head off south. So today we'll still be in Wyoming, the campsite tonight, and then tomorrow cross into Colorado. So yeah, had a good meal. Breakfast this morning, so plenty of carbohydrates, protein, all set for probably quite a tiring day, taxing day. About 55, maybe 57 miles, depending where we stop. So back on the road again for the second half of the GDMBR. About 15 miles, 15 and a half miles from Rawlins. So the scenery is very much edge of basin type scenery we had yesterday coming into Rawlins. So a bit more up and down. Mountains appearing on the horizon over there. And long roads where you can see where you're going for miles in advance. And a headwind, unfortunately. But it's all part of it. You've got to get through it. You just got to keep pedaling, keep turning the pedals. Hopefully we'll get to some trees again soon, and a little bit less exposed to the wind. But yeah, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, a quarter of the way through the road. So I know that about 20 miles or so in, maybe 22, we've got to climb. It's going to take a while. So let's see what lies ahead. Well, it's 45 miles in now. It has been a day of battles between elevation, gradient, road, the road conditions have been good, but it's looked like the road's stretching ahead and going up. Looks like you were at the wrong end of a ski jump trying to go up it on a bike. So there were times when it was painfully slow, plus a lot of headwind. Very calm now, beautiful sky. Yeah, the rain showers that were threatening earlier have gone. Anyway, so we're up quite high, and as far as the eye can see, everything is aspen, which is great. Which is kind of pale grey, white trunks. Stands, they're called stands of aspen. Very nice indeed. So it's nice to be back amongst the trees. I'm pretty pleased to be where I am at this time. So it's just 4 o'clock and 45 miles in with 15 to go. So yeah, I'm much calmer. Yeah, it was a real kind of battle today. Battle. Maybe it's the day after the celebration of kind of getting halfway yesterday and all of that made it harder today, I don't know. Anyway, here we go. It's getting over 8 o'clock on the 31st of July, and we are at camp again. So We're at informal campground in the edge of the aspen forest. We did about 53 miles in the end today. Didn't decide to go on to the actual Forestry Service campsite, which was further, probably 7 or 8 miles by the end of it. So being an informal campsite here, it's very well located, it's great, so but we need to hang the food for bear awareness, bear prevention, if you like. So we had some entertainment, finding branches, getting cord over the branches, hoisting stuff up, making sure it's 8 feet off the ground at least, and so on. So we, the 3 of us, it was Brian, Tom and myself, and so we got some bear bags hung. That's Tom and myself, and then Brian has got an air sack which is supposed to be bear proof if attached to a tree, so it'll be an interesting experiment to see. We're not confident that there are actually any bears nearby, and there shouldn't be any grizzlies. They're in sunny black bear country, so that's something to look out for tonight. We had a shower of rain, got our tents up just in time. A bit of wind, a lot of wind today riding. We all felt that headwind. So a hard day actually of effort, but still amazing to be back amongst the trees. We're on the edge of Wyoming and Colorado, so tomorrow we go over into Colorado. We've got a mid-30s-ish ride to get to Brush Mountain Lodge, which is one of those iconic locations on the Great Divide mountain bike route. So hopefully we'll all get a good night's sleep, and not too long tomorrow, and a nice relaxing afternoon. Anyway, August awaits tomorrow. Night night. This is Friday the 1st of August. We had a good quiet night. I slept really well, it was great. So we're off to Brush Mountain Lodge today, about 35 miles. Don't know what the route is like. It's downhill first on the highway, I think, then a bit of a climb. So yeah, we're looking forward to not a full day on the bike. Yeah, hopefully we don't encounter any sheep with dogs, any other obstacles. But yeah, 1st of August, new month, and well into our second half. So this, I think, is the spot on the route called Aspen Alley, where aspen trees grow on both sides of the road. Mostly on the left as we're going southwards. There's obviously been a lot of forestry attention to clear undergrowth and keep them like this. I'm fascinated with the aspen because it's a really interesting tree, the way it reproduces. So you can grow it from seed. Once it's established, it reproduces itself with suckers that come up from its root system, and those trees are, genetically identical, and they're connected together, and there's a life cycle of 40 years that a stand of aspen trees goes through. So I've been fascinated to read about the information that's on the roadside from the Forestry Service about the aspens and how they get established when there are avalanches, for instance, natural avalanches, how they produce habitats for wildlife, and so fascinating. So we've seen them from Montana all the way down. We're on the edge of Colorado. We're crossing into Colorado when we come off the highway today. Yeah, it's great to be at a pace, at a speed that immerses you in this environment, allows you to connect with it, think about it, consider it. We've got these the aspen trees have these kind of disc-shaped leaves that, when the wind blows, make a particular sound, a rustling sound that's distinct, and also reflect the sun a bit, so you get kind of a twinkle, I guess you'd call it, as it moves from shadow to light, shadow to light. Yeah, very nice night. Good campsite. We weren't disturbed at all. And I had a really good night's sleep. It was great. Tom and Brian had a bit of a run-in with the sheepdogs and sheep before I got to the campsite. So they'd retreated from the original plan to get to that site. And so when I came up and heard they yelled at me, I was so happy not to have to go any further. It was really great. So yeah, a really nice end to that day, and so far a great start to the 1st of August as well. Let's get going. So yeah, we had 8-mile descent on the highway there. It was great fun. It's rolling a little bit. We still haven't reached the bottom according to the file, the GPX file. 5 miles to the junction, we turn off. And when we turn off, we soon come to Colorado. So the landscapes have changed again. Rolling hills of a different kind. A few more trees around. Water sources look fairly dried up. Some wouldn't want to be getting having to get some water from that little lake down there, which is now a couple of puddles. Anyway, just seen a badger across the road. He stopped in the middle and looked at me, and I shooed him away because I didn't want him to get run over. So I'm in Colorado. Yay! Just come through a little gulch here, expecting an ambush. I didn't get one. Talked to Ryan, a touring motorbike rider. He's been all over the place, up and down. Seems to be coincided with quite a bit of the GDMBR, met a lot of riders and so on. Yeah, so he was saying, oh, the pass ahead, riders have been talking about carrying their bikes. We shall see. Anyway, so good to be in another state. Got about another 14 miles to go to our accommodation for tonight. And then a very, very big climb tomorrow to get to Steamboat. Good morning. It's Saturday the 2nd of August, and there's been a bit of a gap because we were at Brush Mountain Lodge, and Kirsten doesn't want any videos, and I absolutely respect that on the premises. We had an absolutely fabulous time. So we got there just about lunchtime, late lunch. We had a lovely lunch. We had pizza in the afternoon, a lovely dinner, drinks, and a great breakfast this morning, and great company. We had played some games, had a great relaxed charge, everything obviously. It's just an oasis, and it's, you know, it's a great place. It's lovely views and lovely building and so on, but obviously it's Kirsten who makes it what it is. So we're so glad to be able to spend some time there and have a really great time. So a highlight for sure of the route. So now we've got to climb. We climb to about 15 miles, I guess, and then down into Steamboat, where we're planning to stay at the campground there tonight. So yeah, it's kind of weather-wise threatening. Forecast said 50% chance of thunderstorms around the time we get to the top of the climb, which obviously is not ideal. But let's see what we can do, shall we? We'll all go at our own pace and we'll meet up later. So cool. Yeah, another day on the GDMBR. Well, 10 miles on the clock and it's 20 past 10, so about 5 miles an hour, which is what I expected-ish. It hasn't been too difficult, but we know that in about a mile's time we go off to the left and it gets very steep for about 4 miles, 3 or 4 miles. That takes us to the top, so that'll be where the real effort and the time will be eaten up. And then, well, it depends on the surface of the road, what it's like descending, whether we can go fast or whether we have to watch out for all sorts of hazards. It is absolutely spectacular scenery up here then today. I'm really loving Colorado after Wyoming. I mean, Wyoming has its charms, but Colorado has drama, trees, mountain peaks. We've had a bit of rain, nothing too serious. There's a series of like rain clouds going across, or mini storms or whatever. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Yeah, so really enjoying it. So this is what, Tuesday? No, hang on, the 2nd of August is Saturday. So it's day 31 for me on the bike. Yeah, still enjoying it. It's not easy, but it's an interesting cocktail, because you kind of, it's not easy, and there are times when you're really having to push yourself very, very hard. But the reward is that you're here, you're on the GDMBR, experiencing things I've never experienced before. It's out in the open air, wonderful things to look at and just experience and just stop. So that's why I'm stopping, giving it some attention, not just looking at the road in front of me. Yeah. Anyway, onwards. Well, it's 20 past 1. I've just had my lunch at the top of the pass. Yeah, so it is taking a while to get up here. The last mile and a half was hike a bike, pretty much. I'm not expecting much of a difference in the surface on the way down, so I expect a bit slow initially. probably another 40-ish miles to go to get to Steamboat. But eventually we get on highway and it's quite downhill, straightforward. So we basically go down here sharply, then on gravel, and there's a level bit on gravel, and then we go down again on gravel, and then we meet the highway, and it's all down to Steamboat. That's how I'm thinking about these things. It was a real struggle to get up here because it's just, you know, push. But it's quite, you know, you have that tremendous sense of achievement. So I've stopped here at a little encampment. So it's a spot right at the top of the pass. That's obviously an informal campground. So people use it and camp. And obviously, depending which way, well, either way, you'd be downhill first thing in the morning. Which would be quite good anyway. So it has threatened rain on and off all day. This jacket has been on and off. So as I'm descending and as the clouds are currently greyish, I'm putting the jacket back on. Anyway, let's see what happens. Hello there. I'm on the illuminated bridge, as you can see. And this is the KOA campground, vacation location in Steamboat Springs. And this is where we are booked to stay tonight. We've all set up, squeezed onto a pad, our 3 tents, and it's all very calm and serene, and it's a great place. It's a vacation destination. People come here, rent cabins and stay, and kids are playing. There's an outdoor film presentation going to happen shortly at 9 o'clock. And it's just a holiday place. And it feels like you're on holiday, which is really nice. Very friendly. The staff are fantastically helpful. Good advice and so on. Really want to get you settled in and enjoy your stay. So I've eaten. I did about 48 miles today. Very tough in places. Big climb. Very rough surfaces. Hopefully not the same tomorrow. I don't think profile looks like that at all. So heading for a campsite in the place called Radium tomorrow. Anyway, time to go to bed. Good morning. It is Sunday the 3rd of August and we're at the KOA at Steamboat Springs. It's fairly early in the morning, well, it's after 7, and we're about to depart. We've all packed up, the sun is shining. I'm down by the river, as you can see. It's a great place. It's a holiday vacation place, so people are all relaxed, having a great time. Kids playing, have been playing. So it's a beautiful morning, not a cloud in the sky. It's been cold so far, but it's obviously going to get hot. So we're going to nip through the town, the city of Steamboat Springs, pick up a few supplies and then head out into the mountains again. So we've got 3 days probably that we work out to get to Breckenridge, next major point of civilization. Yeah, so another big day today, 5,000 feet of elevation, but not one single big climb. It's going to be ramping up over the course of the day, and then we're heading for a forestry service campsite tonight. So all hopefully should go to plan, and we'll have another great day on the divide. Catch you later.
Melted in there, I feel like a vibration. I mean, kind of. As I rode it around the shop, I didn't feel like I was doing weighted. I couldn't going up any hills.
Well, we're about 22 miles from our campsite. We're beginning to climb. We've gone through kind of flatlands farming. A lot of prosperous people with their very big homes, and we've seen a lot of people out exercising on bikes or walking or running or whatever. It's one Sunday morning activity around these parts. So yeah, at a lake, it's kind of reservoir, and we cross over the dam part of it and then just keep climbing, heading for Lynx Pass today, over the top of that, and down about at the end of the day to Radium. Yeah, 62 probably miles, so about 40 to go, and it's about 11 in the morning, 11:15. Yeah, we had a kind of easy morning in the end. Went into Steamboat, got some donuts, nice cup of coffee, did some resupply. We faffed about, as we would say. But it's been a very nice day. It's lovely sunshine. So we're back to trees again. Beautiful pine trees and meadows high up here in the Rockies, Colorado. That's the famous ford, and it's too deep to pedal through without getting wet, so I've got wet feet. Hopefully they're going to dry off the remainder of the day. But that was fun, wasn't it? Well, I think that's the final pass, as it were, climb of the day. We've got about 12 miles to go, and it's downhill, but there will be, I know there's at least one sharp up in the down, and we need to look out for water and maybe filter some water on the way as well, because the campsite says it doesn't have any water, although it's very close to a river. It may be down a ravine, so one of those things, best to be safe. An absolutely fabulous route today, really beautiful, stunning. We've come up a lot of elevation, climbing, a lot of climbing, but it's been fairly gradual. Obviously it required work, but yeah, it has just been beautiful from beginning to end so far. Good morning. It is Monday, the 4th of August, and we are here at Radium Recreation Area. We've got a campsite, and it's on the banks of the Colorado River. And there's also major East-West railroad that comes through here. So we have Amtrak trains coming through regular basis. So it was a really tough day yesterday in the end. Our 62 miles from Steamboat Springs. Absolutely spectacular countryside, views, But yeah, 5,000 feet of elevation gain across the day, and a lot of upland, very steep ascents from little creek valleys to get here. So I got in late, got in about 7:30, so it doesn't feel like much time has gone till we're off again. So off to another campsite tonight. Less climbing today, I think it's 4,000, still a fair bit, and a stop possibly in Kremling for food or so by lunchtime, which would be nice. And then tomorrow we're heading for Breckenridge Civilization again. So yeah, making good time, still enjoying it, great weather, but yeah, another busy day on the bike ahead. Yay. So down there's the Colorado River through this narrow gorge and the main railway line. So it's a great feat of engineering to get it to go through the same gorge. And this is a spectacular viewpoint here on the way away from Radium. So it's a pretty big climb. Still got a few miles to go, a couple of miles to go to get off the top. And then a bit of a plateau, and then off route to a place called Kremling. Hopefully for some lunch. I'm optimistic I'll get there by 12. Climbs like this, though, it takes like hours. Just got to be patient, find a way. Take the moment to enjoy the view. Be grateful for being here. Yeah. And not think too much about pedaling very slowly up a very steep hill. So hello there. It is Monday, the 4th of August, and this is the river by the campsite where we're staying. We had not so many miles today. We did 47 from wherever we were last night from the Colorado River side, Radium. So there was quite a bit of climbing, quite a bit of uphill today. It got very hot, very, very hot at one point. And fortunately, we were able to go to a place called Kremling, just off route. Had some nice lunch there, had a burger, which was very welcome. Used it all up this afternoon, energy. Got here in good time, 5 o'clock, and did all the usual things. Kind of set up the tents, put a Got everything, got some water filtered from the river. Cooked some food, ate the food, had a chat. These are the things we do. Very little time to think straight, in a way. We've been discussing what the plan should be, and we've decided collectively, I think, all come to the same conclusion, that we're getting a little bit of compound fatigue from riding every single day. Quite a lot, and quite a lot of climbing and so on. So we do think we need to actually have a day off riding our bikes, which we might well do in Salida. Got a big climb in the morning, Ute Pass, and then downhill to a place called Silverthorn, then onto a place called Frisco, and then onto a place called Breckenridge. Those last three are all then in a line climbing up again, but they're very popular places. They've got bike shops and cafes and bike paths. We'll spend most of the day on something. And we're booked into kind of a hostel-y type place tomorrow night in Breckenridge. So another 40 plus mile day. So the big challenge is the pass in the morning. Once we've done that, then it should be a better day. And the chance of a shower and cleaning clothes and all those sorts of things in the evening. So that's the end of another day on the GDMBR. It was good, hard work. Yeah, it makes it much, much easier, much more pleasant experience, I guess, to enjoy these things if you're with some other riders and you know that you're going to meet at the beginning and end of the day. So we all get on very well, so that makes a big difference. I'm very grateful for that. Anyway, nighty night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 5th of August, and we're about to embark on our next leg of the Great Divide mountain bike ride route. We're at Horseshoe campsite where we've been last night. Clear and good time yesterday. Really nice little site among the aspen trees, which are lovely. It's always a bit chilly in the morning these days. We're quite high altitude, I guess. Colorado here. We're all packed up, as you can see. Brian's about to head off. I think Tom's got some more water to filter from the river. Yeah, this campsite was marked as not having water. That means not having like a tap or a spring. You have to filter the water from the river. It's not a big deal. We're on a fairly busy road. It's been busy since 5 a.m. this morning. And we'll be on highway quite a lot of the day. We've got the big pass to get over first thing, Ute Pass. And then down after that and onto highway, and then through a succession of fairly big towns. Silverthorn, Frisco, and Breckenridge, where we've got our accommodation for tonight. So, need to get moving. Should be about mid-40s day, in terms of mileage today, which is not too bad. But it's the climbing that's going to be the killer, I suspect. Let's get going. So about 2/3 of the way up Ute Pass, and a lot of the area that we've been climbing in has been dominated by this big plant called Henderson Mill, which is obviously mining the area, doing some processing. And so there's a kind of artificial lake. It's drained back that way. All sorts of strange smells emitting from big chimneys, and a huge plant doing stuff, and lots of heavy lorries on the road, moving large heavy goods around, heavy loads of stuff. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's a big operation for sure. Anyway, the climb has been good so far. Some steeper bits to come, but let's see, let's get on with it. Fantastic views of the Rocky Mountains in the distance there. I'm at the top of Ute Pass. It's 11 minutes past 9, I think. So that's not bad, an hour and 40 minutes to get here. Beautiful day, but I've said that many times. It starts cold and then gets, once the sun comes above the ridges, it gets pretty hot. So the car park here at the top, and some people are just going off hiking. The others, Tom and Brian, are ahead of me. We're going to meet up in Silverthorne, hopefully for some lunch. But it's just great. Oh, this morning I was feeling a bit, oof, this is hard. Are you sure you're enjoying yourself? Yeah, now I am. Yeah. Oh yeah, so it's just beautiful. You have to just think of the bigger picture and not worry about the details. You get hung up on stuff, you know, about the monotony of kind of sleep, you know, pushing the pedals, eating a right amount, cooking, camping, setting up, where you're going to stay, sleeping, getting up, putting everything away, etc., etc. All of that. But in actual fact, you lose sight of the bigger picture, which is, it's a fantastic thing to be here. So every day when I get on my bike, I pray and just thank the Lord that I'm here. And He's looked after me so far, and He's going to keep me until the end. And pray for wisdom in the small decisions and the big decisions. That's the thing I need. You do have to stop and look and just think about how wonderful it is to be here in Colorado, up this pass you've looked at on a map for a year and a half, wonder what it was like. Now you've seen it in the flesh. Yeah, I just stare at those mountains, just still got icy snow on them in the winter. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, there should be a bit of a descent now, which should also be very good, and then into Silverthorne. I noticed they were advertising new townhouses starting at $900,000.
The ones up on the hill with the view of the yes, of all
the material mining.
And these are in town, on the river. These go for much, much more than that.
Yeah. I think we're down, aren't we?
We're going down. I'm going under.
Morning. So this is Silverthorn, Dillon Reservoir. We've been down there, had a lovely lunch, early lunch, chilled out. So yeah, making good time. And I think it's been a restorative morning, restorative ride. We're all feeling very happy, positive. It's been good. So obviously Dillon Reservoir here pumps, the water goes from here to Denver through the mountains. And the dam wall for the reservoir hovers over the city of Silverthorn. So it's like one side is this huge earth rampart. So I just climbed up to the top of the reservoir wall. We're going to cycle across it, and it's more or less bike paths all the way to Breckenridge, which is about 15 miles away. So a great day for cycling, and sunny, of course, as always. So we've been at the bivvy here in Breckenridge last night. We got into town very good time. It was about a 43 so day. We went to the bike shop, hung around a while, and then came up here, got settled in. Very comfortable, very warm. Had pizza and stuff, and yeah, had a nice evening. So we're off to climb the biggest pass we've climbed so far. That's Boreas. It's 11,000 feet, 11,482 I think it is. So it's going to be quite a climb today, but it's quite gentle, quite even. So yeah, let's see how that gets us. At the moment, the weather looks very promising, as always. I haven't checked forecast or anything, but usually warms up. Yeah. So all set and ready to go. So, down there is Breckenridge, where we were last night. We've climbed quite a distance already. We're on Boreas Pass. About 40% of the climb. It's a 10-mile climb, so we've done about 4 miles. It's not long. It was paved, and buses and cars and so on coming up and down it, and there's quite a few houses. Obviously quite pricey, I would imagine, but kind of perched precariously into the mountainside. Brian and I were just talking about how risky we would worry about landslides, avalanches, earthquakes. It wouldn't take much to dislodge them. But it's just, when you come here and you stand here, this is why you do the Great Divide Mountain Bike Ride. It's just perfect. It's lovely. It's just spectacular. It's just, you're here in it. You can hear the traffic in the background from the big town, you know, and but up here, yeah, we're just surrounded by the beauty of nature, the wonder of nature. So Boreas Pass, the route is an old rail line. I mean, it's still pretty steep for a railway. So we passed some train. We passed a train at the bottom, and like a historic collection of bits of trains, and a huge circular, like it looks like a tunnel boring machine, but actually it's a snowplow on a train carriage, a train engine. So the trains would have come up here. So the gradient is nice and even, and that's why the pass is so long. It's 10 miles to get to the top. It is just wonderful, and it's a great way to start the day, really. So we'll get this done, and then there's a big long descent, and then some other things to tackle before we get to our destination today, which is Hartsel, as we continue to head south in Colorado. Let's get going again. So that's Boreas Pass, 11,482 feet. The second highest elevation that we go over on this route. The top one will be Indiana Pass, which we'll be doing in a few days. So that was great. Good time. 10:10 in the morning. Looking forward to a bit of a descent now and see what the rest of the day holds for us. I think it might have some surprises in store later on. We're heading for Hartsel tonight, where we sleep behind the cafe bar in town. One of the traditions of the Great Divide mountain bike race route. But a lovely day again, wispy white clouds and blue sky. Yeah, a few people up at the top of the pass there. It looks like they've got kind of an exhibition, kind of display of railway technology from the era when this was a railway line. So you can marvel at getting railway engines and cargoes and people up to this height and down again safely. Anyway, on we go. Well, we're in Hartsel, and we've pitched behind the Highline Cafe and Saloon, which is a well-known opportunity for bikepackers on the Great Divide mountain bike race to get some accommodation here. They're very welcoming. Food was great in the cafe. Huge nachos. Oh my goodness me. There's an interesting collection of disused farm equipment, machinery, all sorts of things out the back here. But room for quite a few tents. We've got 5 tents here tonight. Bikepacking, R3, and then 2 others as well who we've been seeing quite a lot of as well. So 52 miles today from Breckenridge. Big climb up Boreas Pass, second highest climb on the whole route. But a nice and gradual one, easy to do. Down the other side. And then down all day, you know, there was a bit of an up. We crossed a ridge. But then towards the end, the weather was a bit problematic. There was some washboard and some headwinds as well, and 2 tiny sections of very busy highway, which were a bit unpleasant. But great otherwise, of course. And the weather never stays the same for long, so you know, so it reverts back to good, very clear, sunny, as you can see. Yeah, 7 o'clock in the evening. After 7 o'clock, and so we're about to head to bed. Breakfast is at 6 in the cafe. I think we'll all be there as well, ready to go. Tomorrow we're heading for Salida, and I think we're going to have a rest day there. So yeah, another great day on the Divide. Really enjoying it still. Hard work, of course, it's not easy. But yeah, it's a very, very pleasant and really good day today. It's great. So still some great things. So see you tomorrow. Good morning. We're just about to leave Hartsel. We had a good night's sleep out back of the cafe and saloon. Great meal last night and a great breakfast this morning. So off to Salida today, 40-ish, 40 plus miles, and a day off in Salida, hopefully. Well, that's the plan. Tomorrow we will. So as usual, cool morning, hot forecast as usual. So yeah, busy highway here, but we won't be on it, so that's great. Okay, so we're about 5 miles out of Hartsel, heading south, of course. South, something or other. East. And it's rolling big hills with mountains in the distance. It's beautiful. Fair bit of traffic on this gravel road actually for 8 o'clock in the morning, but everybody's been fairly courteous to us. We always have a dust bath with some vehicles. Anyway, yeah, another good morning. Great to be out here. Reinforces your there you go. That was a bit quick. Reinforces your belief in why you're doing this. You know, it's just the privilege of being out in this amazing environment, looking at these things, experiencing the beauty of it. Yes, the effort of it, all of that. But it's magical. It's magical. Yeah. I think it's day 36 for me, riding the bike. Yeah. That's good. Just got to stop and take it all in every now and again. So this area is littered with these mobile homes. Some are occupied, I think. Some look like they're places where people are living temporarily while they build a home. And others are abandoned with the contents scattered everywhere. So I don't know what the story is. Whether these are people who are working in the area temporarily, whether it's people who come here hoping if they camp, you know, if they have a mobile home here first, then they can get rights to build somewhere or have property. I don't know. I'll have to investigate and find out. But it does kind of mar the landscape. You'd wonder that the authorities would be interested in it and have some policy about it, but apparently not. Hi there, Brian. Oh, how was that? Washboardy.
Oh yeah, for some reason it's not bothering me too much.
All right. Are you still quite soft?
It's not pounding on me today or something.
Okay.
I'm just kind of it's been such a pleasant ride.
All right.
Occasionally it gets a little annoying.
Yeah.
Even like this sort of right now, it's different, right?
Yeah.
Start bouncing side to side.
It's 46 today. I've just checked. So don't be alarmed when it's 43 and you're not there.
Covered quite a bit of ground already.
Yeah.
The biggest downhill ahead of us, as is the biggest climb.
But according to map out, there's still a 12% gradient somewhere.
Ooh,
Between.
I'll be walking there.
Me too.
Even like sometimes these little bumps get me at the very top of them when they
Yeah.
kick up extra steep at the top. I'll have to walk it. Sorry? The wind was right on schedule. 11:30, cue the wind.
Okay.
Cue the headwind.
Yes. I had some headwind earlier on, I must admit. So we just climbed through an absolutely beautiful gorge with fantastic rock formations all around, but it was very steep, so there's a lot of hiking. Tom came through first, and then I was overtaken because I was pushing my bike, by Martin and Sean, and then I had started my lunch here at the top, and Brian came through as well. So I'm the last one, as usual. So we'll head off down. We've got about 10 miles to go to get to Salida. I think another little hill in between. Good time. It's not 2 o'clock yet, so excellent timing today. Very breezy up here. We're very high altitude, 10,000 feet, I think. I've noticed actually feeling a bit dizzy from time to time when I stop doing things or I get off my bike, and I forgot that everything is at high altitude, and that is probably the cause of the dizziness. So just need to be aware of that. Anyway, onwards, and in this case downwards. So it's windy and looks like it's raining in various places on the mountains in the distance, but nothing on me just yet. Spectacular views, as always. So we're in Salida. I'm sitting in a seat made out of old skis because it's that kind of place. It's got the Arkansas River flowing through it, and the guys have gone into the mountain sports shop because it's irresistible, and I would love to go in there shortly myself. Yep, bikes are waiting there. We're in good time here, and the check-in for the hostel that we're staying at is at 4 o'clock. We're here for 2 nights, so we've got a 0 day tomorrow, which is really good. A chance to recharge our batteries, attend to everything, including laundry, very important, and plan perhaps in my mind anyway, the remainder of the journey. Break it down and so on. I've broken it down until Abiquiu, but I'd like to go all the way to the end just so I know that we can definitely, what spare time we've got, if we can have another 0 day, or where we have to do long days, where we have to do shorter days, or we can do shorter days. So it's about 46, 47 miles we've done today. Yeah, fun coming down that last descent. Yeah. It would have been even better without the headwind, but it was cool. It was really good. So, yeah, that's the current state of affairs. We're chilling in Salida.